Morning, chaps. Martin's test shaves. It's Tuesday, and I think, look at me watch. Yeah, it's the 12th of November, and it's cold outside, and I was going to go out and do something more active. So first of all, may I just say huge apologies to anybody who is, one, offended by me, which is normal, or two, I have missed Greg and a few others. I haven't been catching up on all the shave videos. Simple reason, I've got more ambitions. I shall touch on that in a second. First of all, let me just introduce you all to my favourite soap. This is, of course, the Cajun Blade, which was sent to me in August. So I've had a few shaves, and I just can't get down on it because it's such good quality. You don't need much. Anyway, this is the famous pine. This is the Florette de Pins, which is really nice. You can't go wrong with a custom blade. You can't go wrong with a custom soap. Anyway, I was going to touch on today, first of all, People's Free Shave. That goes on first. This, believe it or not, I think this is either 6 or 7 days of disgusting stubble, and I'm even getting grey in my moustache now, which is staying for the time being, because the beloved in Morocco says I should keep it for a while. Anyway, enough of that. So, yeah, let's get a lather going, because this stuff, it's just really refreshing. No menthol, no nasty chemicals, very pure soap. And I'm eternally grateful to the wonderful Eric. Anyway, let's just get a little bit of a lather going, and I'll just rub it on for a second before starting the shave. It's going to be an unusual shave, very unusual shave. I want to talk about travel. And for travel, you can either use a small, hide it away for God's sake, straight razor, or you can of course use what I'm going to use, which is a Shavette. In all fairness, the Shavette with a brand new blade in it will give you a wonderful close shave. The only trouble is the post shave, you're going to get a little bit of irritation. But stainless steel in its purest form, which is in the case of my other razor today, which is going to be even more famous, yeah, you do get, of course, the advantage of you've tuned the blade to your skin. But stainless steel is wonderful stuff if you know how to treat it. Well, you just look at this. I mean, look at that. 2 or 3 seconds and you've got a perfect shave-ready lather. I don't know how he does it. He's very clever. So anyway, Mr. Cajun Blade, Eric, thank you so much. Dry fingers, and I shall show you what we're going to use today. What we're going to use today is, first of all, as a Shavette, this is my mildly customized Feather Professional. I say mildly. I've deepened the finger notches or grooves. I've taken off the absolutely bloody ghastly shot blasted effect, which is, no, not for me. No problem getting the blades in and out, particularly as they come in a little dispenser. So this has got a brand new blade in it. However, let me show you the piece de resistance. Now this is something that will make you wonder. Quite a few years old, I believe, but this is a Mastro Livi travel kit, rare as rocking horse turd. And this has everything in it for travel, absolutely everything. It has a micro strop, the famous Mastro Livi loom strop, the miniature version, all in aluminium, is absolutely gorgeous, and stainless steel. Anyway, let me take out the blade. This folds all together inside, and this is absolutely wonderful. He signed it, as he does with all his stuff. This has got faint Mastro Livi sign etched very carefully on the olive wood scales. It is a modest size. This is the Gefrito. This is just a little bit before the later ones, which have the little red circle in them. So this is reasonably early. Anyway, let's try what a Gefrito is like, a Mastro Livi custom. specifically for travel. I didn't want to unwrap it and use the little brush. The brush compresses and goes inside the handle of the strop. Can't believe it. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, let's just try and see. Yeah, stainless steel at its best. Now, I haven't stropped this, and I haven't used it for probably a year, maybe longer. But when I strop a razor, after you finish the shave, if you think you're going to put it away for a while, it's a good idea to give it a decent stropping and finish off on leather so you can put it away and it's all ready to shave again, as this one is. Yeah. Very, very nice. Now I just reinforce what I've said before, which is the more you straight razor shave, not only do you become very good at it, but your skin becomes attuned. That's just effortless. This is a small blade. It's not a deep hollow. It is a half hollow. It's quite famous for doing half hollows as well. And this is a half hollow and it's extremely comfortable. Will you just look at that gudge? I mean, that's disgusting. Anyway, so that's one side of mush, first pass, with a Mastro Livi. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful razor. Let's try the other side. This modern creature. The only thing is their balance isn't as good, but I don't really care. Yeah, it's better, but it's different better. It's coping with 6, maybe I think 7 days of stubble incredibly well. As you would expect, it's got a brand new blade in it. The difference is, no matter how comfortable, and it is comfortable, no matter how comfortable you are with a modern shavette, there is always this tendency for post-shave irritation. Entirely dependent, of course, on your skin type. No, I've got to say, no complaints. So for travel, which is what I was harking on about, I would still say for convenience, a Shavette. But just don't complain if you get irritation, because you will. However, I would honestly say at the moment, one side compared with the other, they're both extremely good. But I like tradition. It's both flimsy because the handle is very thin plastic. It's over heavy on the nose because it's a great big bulky nose to hold, very clever, but to hold the blade. So you're never quite sure where you are because you can't see the blade. You can feel it, but you can't see it. Anyway, that's the first pass. Let's lather up to the second pass. And while we're doing that, let me explain my absence, chaps. I haven't been following as many people as I should because I've been out doing a new skill. We have to learn new skills in life, and I'm learning to be a Balearic slinger. So that came from my very good friend Enrique in Mexico, and that will have a range, when you're trained, of up to 400 yards. However, at the moment, it's more like 40 yards because I'm bloody useless. However, let's get on. As I'm always being reminded by people, this is a shave channel, not a political forum, not a travel log, and certainly not a beauty show, is it? God's truth. Anyway, right, second pass, all ready to go. Let's go against the grain this time with the wonderful Mastro Livi, which, by the way, although it's a bigger razor, it actually doesn't weigh as much as a feather. Because, when I say a feather, as a feather professional Shavette, because this is just pure hollow steel, beautiful lightweight handle. this is what we're talking about. Yeah. Do you know, I've nicked myself with that bloody Shavette. Look at that. That was the Shavette, as you know. That side of my face, Shavette. That side of my face was this. So thanks a lot, bloody Shavette. That's so what? We hold gallons of blood to lose a little tiny bit while shaving. Who cares? I certainly never have. Also, on a philosophical note, I do honestly believe, look at that blood, I do honestly believe that occasionally in grazing oneself, banging oneself while doing unusual hobbies is actually good for the immune system, whereas doing sod all, watching computers, no. Anyway, against the grain. Yeah, I do prefer generally a bigger blade, but you should be able to, after a few hundred shaves, you should be able to use anything, as I often do. That's another joy of getting into such a wonderful interest, the straight razor shaving. You should, and you will, be able to shave with a tiny little 3/8. I've got a couple. You should be able to shave with a 13/8, which I have as well. Yeah, I've got to say, this has the firmness. You know exactly where you are with a straight razor. You don't with a Shavette, which is why one tends to cut oneself with Shavettes, because they're crap. But you can travel with them. Fiercely sharp, of course. I'm not knocking their wonderful scientifically approved blades. But for me, without any hint of bias, I would say a stainless steel blade by a master, one of the German makers for instance, or in this case the great Italian Mastro Livi, is what you should seek. And Shavettes only if you absolutely have to, because you can never tell where the edge is. And although they're blissfully sharp, and they are wonderfully sharp, they're also wonderfully vicious. However, for trimming, I have no problem at all trimming with a Shavette if you can see the edge. But this, you'll always know where the edge is, so you can do, even on a dry moustache, this is superior. And this is dry. Yeah, once you've trimmed with a straight razor, you'll never use anything else. Yeah, that's blissful. I'm very tempted to take it all off, but I'm not going to, because I'll get in trouble with the girlfriend. She'll probably beat me up next time I see her. Yeah, take it from me, guys. The more you shave with a straight razor, the better you get, the more you enjoy, and you'll never go back to anything else. Anyway, I think that's probably it for now. Let's have a quick wipe off and see. Yeah, I thought I felt that little bit of tiny discomfort. I can't say I felt the actual thing cut me, but I can feel it now. Yeah, the little Shavette got me. Can you believe this? I can shave with any straight razor known to man and not cut myself. I go to a Shavette, blood everywhere. No, it's not blood everywhere, it's a tiny little nick, but it just proves my point. So here we are again. I shall show you the tools of the trade. There is a wonderful, but slightly dodgy Shavette. And here is a masterpiece in steel. So I leave it to you, gentlemen, and any ladies, to decide which you would prefer. For me, it's this. However, have a wonderful day. It's 15 minutes, that's quite enough out of me. Believe it or not, it's a good shave. Anyway, see you next time. Martin's Shave Tests. Over and out.